Sewing machines, key instruments of the Swaziland economy. Textile industry is the largest employer in this small kingdom in southern Africa. But the sector is in crisis. The United States has excluded the country from a trade agreement which exempted it from taxes on exports. Washington broke the deal because of repeated violations of human rights. According to labor unions, since the beginning of the year, 3,000 textile workers lost their jobs, much less according to the government.
We lost about close to 1.8 thousand jobs, 1,800 jobs, companies that were 100% exporting to the United States of America through AGOA. But through the work that we have done in terms of developing new markets, I'm happy to say up to now we are almost breaking even in terms of that deficit that was created by AGOA.
1,800 would be a very conservative estimate, given that in one firm alone, we lost 1,450 jobs, one firm alone. We saw massive loss of jobs, particularly by our workers in the textile sector. And what is unfortunate is that we have only seen a snail pace on the part of the government in addressing the issues that led us to the loss of AGOA.
Under a GOA agreement launched in 2000, some 40 countries in sub-Saharan Africa have access to the US market with favorable conditions. In Swaziland, the agreement has allowed textile to prosper. But in return, countries must respect human rights, including freedom of the press and the right to go on strike.
It is workers' right to organize, it is workers' right to strike if they are not happy with what the employer is offering. But in Swaziland, when workers strike, the government send in police to beat up workers, to tell workers to return to work.
As Maria Matsebula, over 28% of Swaziland's workforce is unemployed. Her past as a labor unionist makes her reintegration even much more complicated.
Really, it's very, very difficult and it's painful because we don't know. The Constitution says every worker has a right to be unionized. But those people, they don't want us. They really don't want us.
The Swazi government has promised to do everything to reinstate the agreement. But the kingdom is also under fire from critics of the European Union for threatening and having arrested journalists and opposition members. Without real reform, more jobs could still disappear.